Hey YouTube, Shuken over here with a review of the Zyuden Sentai Kyoryuger Kaminari Henkei DX Pteraidenoh. This is Pteragordon, Kyoryu Gold's little Zyudenryu buddy of justice. Yeah, it is spelled Pteragordon, so you can have fun things like Pteragordon Ramsay, or Commissioner Pteragordon, or various things like that. So fun times are had in the realm of this guy. So, yeah, it's Pteragordon because gold and puns, and they decided to go with Gordon because why not? Why not do that? So here's a quick look at the box. We have the front side featuring all the artwork and the Kaminari Henkei-ness. Top here features Kyoryu Gold along with a picture of his helmet region. Down here at the bottom we just have the various forms of Pteragordon. Then on the sides, we have it showing off the Pteraidenoh Western formation and the Raiden Kyoryuzin formation. And then on the back here, we have all the features of the toy, and it gives specifications of how tall they are in the show. Not actually here, but that's fine. We don't really need all that information anyway. And here we have Pteragordon in the Zyudenryu form. He does nothing in this form, really. He has no maneuverable wings, so that's a bit of a nuisance. But he looks cool, at least. He doesn't even have feet. He's got feet back here, but they don't actually move. One thing is that the official transformation there is to have these on the side. Because these are the clips that he uses with Raiden Kyoryuzin formation, so we'll get to that later. But if you do that, he's really wobbly. He just kind of wobbles about. But if you swing these down, they're basically little stabilizers, and he sits flat. So I prefer to keep them down in this mode, so if you set him down on your desk, he can just stay flat. And actually, if you take Kyoryuzin, he can actually stand on top of him. If you balance him correctly. So if you don't have him wiggling around, you can actually put Kyoryuzin on top of him and pretend like he's using him as some sort of flying plane thing. So that's fun. Sound-wise, if you've turned it on, the switch is right here. Yeah, he's pretty loud. There's a button right here. This one is not a button. It's just a plastic piece. One sound, and if you hold it down, you get a different one. So you get a roar when you press it, and an attack sound when you hold it down. So hooray. And then of course you can read the Zyudenchi. One thing worth noting is that this doesn't actually have a reader in it. Pop that out. The button is actually right up here in the slider portion where these spines travel through. So no matter what you stick in there, it's going to be Pteragordon, so deal with it. Yeah, that's all for this mode. Obviously, there is a transformation gimmick, but we will get to that in one moment. Take a quick look at the Zyudenchi. Here is Pteragordon. As seen back here, you have the glow-in-the-dark sticker and then the glittery sticker when you brave in. It's a Zyudenchi, that's all they really do. This is the first release version. It basically was a campaign to where if you bought it on release day, you got a version of the Pteragordon Zyudenchi that has the Day Boss logo on it, and it's all black because that was the color of the battery that Dogold used when he was controlling Pteragordon. So that's really cool. They decided to make this. For those of you that missed out on it, I know some retailers didn't get any. CS Toys only got 6 of them, even though they got 17 Pteridenohs. Ami had a completely different listing for the one with the Zyudenchi. I have no idea how HLJ did it. But anyway, if you missed out on this, chances are it will be available in a capsule or candy toy set later on, but it'll probably be a while before they decide to reissue this. So I'm sure we'll see it, just not sure when. So that's really neat as well. Obviously, there is function in the Gaburevolver. So the same phrase that this one spit out during the attack sound. And then just to show that these are the same exact Zyudenchi. So now you hear both variations of that, and as I said before, they are the same exact Zyudenchi, same pin system, so you aren't going to get any different phrases with these, but they do look really cool, and I'm glad they decided to release the Day Boss In version because it really looks cool. So transformation with this guy is pretty simple. All you have to do is pop this section off, and then this section off right here, and then pop the waist off. Fold this around, just like that. Bam, legs. And then you take the body section and then his arm falls off because that's really cool. It's a bonus feature. These, actually, it's a good way to show this uses this same sort of hexagonal system. Yeah, it's hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an octagon. I'm stupid. System that a lot of Sentai releases use, so you can actually stick some other Sentai gimmicks on here. But that just pops right back in, no big deal. Fold the wings in and fold them down, arms down, and there you go. You got the basis. Now, this portion depends on which one you are doing. If you fold the helmet down, lift this open just like that, lift these open, there you have the Day Boss version that Dogold piloted. So you can pop his little mouth open, push this inward, pop in the Zyudenchi. So here is the Day Boss version with the visors down. That's the only difference. I mean, he had a cape in the show, but obviously they didn't include a cape. You can get like a piece of cloth and attach it and pretend it's a cape. But that's as far as that goes. So if you pop this one out... No, stop. Pop in the good one. Flip the visor up, and then flip that visor up. You can now see his eyeballs. Both eyeballs, actually. And there you have the good version. The Pteraidenoh of Justice. And very cool. I love how slim it is. There's no backpack going on. There's no bulky kibble or anything like that. It's a fairly sleek robot with a simple transformation. I would have liked a little bit of a joint here, but it's a Sentai Robo, so you're not really going to get one of those. He does have full rotation there at the arms. Nothing to hinder it like Kyoryugin, so that's nice. You do actually get a knee joint, which is cool, as well as a hip joint. And technically a toe joint too, so you actually have a lot of leg articulation for a Sentai Robo. Plus you can go like that. Lots of leg articulation, so that's really cool. These bits are here, they're stuck here, so he's got like hand crotches and he can like try to grope things with his crotch. But these don't fold up. It would be nice if there was like a rotation and a fold down so they were flush with the leg or something. But that's the design they went with, and it doesn't really bother me any. The head of the pterodactyl does stick out quite a bit as well, so they're about the same length-ish. So the fact that these little hands are sticking out don't really bother me. Kyoryugin has hands on his crotch too, so... Plus with Wizard, I think this year's Toei gimmick is just hands in the crotch, so that's what they're going with, so cool. Sound-wise, he does have a little jingle when you press the button up here. So cool little jingle for him, very rock-ish while still adding elements of traditional Japanese instruments, so that's really neat. And like I said, he doesn't really do anything else, so combination time it is. First we'll show off Pteraidenoh Western, which is the combination that he has with Zakutor and Parasagun. So you flip those up, fold the hands out, Bring in Parasagun. He attaches right here. You bitch. And Zakutor will attach right here, just like in the Kyoryuger formation. And there you have Pteraidenoh Western. There is no sounds associated with this whatsoever. As you can see, there is no readers inside of his arms, so it just attaches. That's it. You don't get any sort of jingle. No idea if there's a jingle in the show because it hasn't happened yet. But if there's a jingle in the show, then I am disappointed there's no jingle here. But if there's no jingle in the show, then obviously it really isn't that big of a deal. But I think they could have included one regardless. It shouldn't have been that hard to incorporate a second button. But that's fine, whatever. Keep costs down and stuff like that. So pretty cool. Obviously, since there is no reader, officiality is kind of thrown out the window. So you can pop Parasagun off. Bring in Ankydon. Attach him. You could bring in Dricera and do like Pteraidenoh Macho or something like that. So you can do all sorts of things, but Western is the only official combination according to all the toy catalogs. Alright, so like I said, there is a formation involving Kyoryugin. So how we're going to do that is just pop this off. Take the Zyudenchi out because I want to show off the sounds in Kyoryugin before we do that. So keep that situated. Fold his head in. Fold this up. These out. These out. Basically, we're converting him back into the the Zyudenchi mode. No, screw it. The Zyudenryu mode. All these things are the same. So basically, reverse the instructions from before. And there we go. These tabs I already have out, so we're good to go with this. And here's Kyoryugin. Prepping him is pretty simple, but first let's take a look at the Vomola sounds in here.
Gabunrincho, Pteragordon. I'm gonna move with Zakutor.
And just to prove a point that this is the same exact binary,
Gabunrincho, Pteragordon. I'm gonna move with Zakutor.
same exact thing. So pop Gabutyra back in. Alright, and like I said, prepping him is very easy. Just pop off the helmet, pop off the tail, put the helmet back in the storage area right in here, and fold that up. Bring in Pteragordon. I put the Zyudenchi back in him already. Swing this around, and this will attach right into the clips on his back right there. So pretty simple. Just line it up. Does make him a bit back heavy. To remedy this, there is some ports right down here. Okay, and that's going to plug right in here, just like that. And that will act as a brace since he is quite a bit top heavy. And for the helmet, basically you just have his head, and that plops right on side of Kyoryugin's head, and fold that down, fold that up, and there we go. We have Raiden Kyoryuzin. Now he does have a jingle. If you hold the button down on the back,
Raiden Kyoryuger.
really cool jingle, and now he is all set to go. No additional sounds or anything. There is no sounds unlocked with Gabutyra because there's no like buttons back there to press anything down to change the sounds. So you're stuck with basically what you get here. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I just realized his little leg ports weren't flipped down. It's very massive. You're adding about 4 inches of wingspan on each side to the length of this already wide robot. As well as the entire width of Pteragordon plus the tail back there. So he takes up a lot of retail space on your shelf. So if you pose him like this, do be mindful of that. He does take up quite a lot of space for a mid-season combo here. And he does look really cool. I'll give him that. Kyoryugin can now fly around and shoot lightning out of his head or whatever he does. I don't know. Since it hasn't happened in the show yet as of this recording, so we're just kind of making things up. But very cool nonetheless. I am glad it does have a feature with Kyoryugin. If it was just the whole Western and arm swapping thing, then it'd be kind of lame. But I do really like this combination. But yeah, like I said, it is very, very, very massive. Like, look at that. That's a lot of robot there. So keep in mind, but still really cool, and I do like the end result. Very impressive overall. So is this guy worth it? If you have Kyoryugin, then absolutely. If you picked up Kyoryugin but don't have Parasagun or Zakutor, I still think he's worth the pickup because he doesn't actually read the arms. So Pteraidenoh Western's kind of a throwaway combination that just doesn't really matter all too much. Raiden Kyoryuzin is the real bonus here, so if you did pick up Kyoryugin but not the others, this is still a great pickup to add to him because the Raiden Kyoryuzin formation is very cool. The limited amount of sounds is a little bit of a bummer. You only have the roar, the attack sound, the Pteraidenoh jingle, and the Raiden Kyoryuzin jingle. So there's only 4 sounds, not counting the turning on the switch effect, plus the Gabunrincho, but that's kind of a gimme. So 6 sounds altogether, 7 if you count the removal of the Zyudenchi, but so not that many sounds, especially compared to Kyoryugin. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but it's to be expected given the fact that he's the second robot and not the actual main robot of the season. So something like that is to be expected. I love the way he looks. I wish his robot mode had a little bit of wings that could move a little bit more than this. But that's my only actual complaint, really. I don't mind the lack of sounds. I wish Western had a jingle, but like I said, if it doesn't in the show, then it's not that huge of a deal. And overall, I just really like the way that the robot ends up looking. And as a standalone toy, he is really fun as well. The Zyudenryu mode here is very cool, and then Pteraidenoh is a cool looking robot as is. So even if you don't have any of the other toys yet, this is still a fairly nice pickup as a standalone product. So all in all, I think it's a pretty good winner in my book. You can check it out at cstoysjapan.com. Huge thanks to them for supplying me with this for review, and I always appreciate it. So you can check out shurikenshobi.com for latest updates on my reviews and hauls, and of course check out Riders, Rangers, and Rambles, the podcast bringing the latest token news in the quickest way possible. And of course, like I said, you can buy this and more Kyoryuger merchandise at cstoysjapan.com. So take care and have a great one. Bye.